What are three granthis? The three granthis, three important glands in yoga, are Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, and Rudra Granthi. What are Tri Shakti? The Tri Shakti or three powers in yoga are Urdhva Shakti in the throat, Adha Shakti in the kidney, and Madhya Shakti in the navel. What are Pancha Akash? Akash, Makash, Prakash, Tattvakash, and Suryakash are the five Akashas, skies in yoga. What are Chaturvida Vani? Four types of sound. The Chaturvida Vani, four types of sounds, are Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, and Behari. What are the 8 divisions or limbs of yoga? Ashtanga yoga has 8 limbs. It is very common and known to all. The 8 limbs are Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, and Samadhi. Among them, the first 5 are Bahya Angas, while the rest are Antaranga. What are 5 yamas? The 5 yamas are Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, and Aparigraha. Ahimsa. Ahimsa is never to think about killing or inflicting injury or punishing or giving pain, not even with words. The person gets instant sublimity that practices ahimsa. Even strong enemies forget their enmity near such a man. At least in modern times, when the desire, lust, jealousy, and accumulation of wealth are at the peak, it is very difficult to practice ahimsa. But the most important fact is that life can't continue with so much non-violence. Violence has to be reduced to almost naught. Satya, to think of only the soul and conscience to be true, and to speak only the truth, that which is known or determined directly, or through deductions or proved by words, and only that creates no upheaval, is sweet and which gives good result, and is free from deception, is known as the practice of Satya. To keep the true and pleasant Brahman as the target and to try to know him is practicing Satya. Asteya, not to take, not to wish to take, not to look with the intention to take what lawfully belongs to others, is called practicing Asteya. Brahmacharya, to have complete control over sex for the unmarried or persons without a legal wife, regulate sexual behavior and to reduce it to the most reasonable minimum by the persons who have lawfully wedded wife, is called Brahmacharya. It keeps the vigor and endows with immense physical power. Aparigraha, to get rid of laziness, afflictions, and doubt, and to save and store the things that are at the verge of extinction, is called Aparigraha. What are the niyams? Shaucha, Santosha, Tap, Svadhyaya, and Ishwar Pranidhan are 5 niyamas. Shaucha, the outer and inner purity that helps in keeping the body healthy, adds to concentration and longevity, assists in performing the wholesome deeds, and projects and spreads the light of soul, is called Shaucha. Santosha, contentment or santosh, is to be satisfied with whatever is available in lieu of the past and present deeds. When fulfillment is felt, desires are controlled, and lust is wiped out. Contentment gives immense pleasure. Desires destroy the pleasures. Tup. When one leads a regular and controlled life, tolerating and sustaining well through heat and cold, pleasure and pain, scanty or a lot, and destroys the impurities through diligence, devotion, religiosity, and mantra jap, it is called tap, the penance. One obeys the elders, preceptor, and teachers, and follows the yams and niyams, to absorb the upheavals and to practice truth, to read and follow the scriptures and classics are taps. Svadhyaya, to read, to listen to others, to think, and to follow them, in life are the parts of self-study, Svadhyaya. The Varnas, Akshars, and Shabda contain and project the Brahma and all the Jivas. To pronounce them correctly is to gain knowledge, peace, and pleasure. It also brings one closer to divinity and sublimity. Ishwar Pranidhan. Ishwar Pranidhan is to surrender to God. One surrenders all the deeds, actions, success, and fruits to God and becomes free. One surrenders all the mental thinking and physical longings and activities to God. Such submission is another way of getting sublimity and divinity. What are asanas? Asanas are the positions or postures in which one can sit comfortably without taxing the system or putting undue pressure on the limbs. The minimum testing duration is 3 hours and 36 minutes, and the maximum duration is 4 hours and 48 minutes. In asanas, the outer activities are stopped and inner activities are increased. Originally, there are 84 asanas. With subtle variations, there are many more, but the really comfortable asanas are Siddhasana, Padmasana, and Swastikasana. The asanas protect one from feeling too hot or too cold by keeping the body temperature in balance through adjustment with the atmospheric temperature. Maintain the tenderness of nadis, increase tolerance and sustenance, ensure unobstructed flow of blood, and make the pran to keep upward movement. The combined effect results in a healthy body. What is pranayam? Pranayam is the act of enriching and giving a wider scope to pran, the life force, by regulating and controlling breathing. Shwas, breathing in, called purak, and prashwas, breathing out, called rechak, and momentarily controlling the breathing, called kumbhak. Keeping the breath in is called antakumbhak, and stopping the breath out is bahya kumbhak. A simple mistake can produce disastrous results, hence it must be practiced under an able guru. Moreover, one should never practice pranayam without using bandha. What are the types of pranayam? There are 4 types. In bahya kumbhak, the air is breathed out with 8 pranav, omkar, and stopped out for 16 pranav. Then breath is taken in with 4 pranav. This repetition of kumbhak along with rechak and purak is called bahya avritti pranayam. Abhyantar kumbhak is to breathe in and stop it inside. When purak is performed with 4 pranav and abhyantar kumbhak with 16 pranav and rechak with 8 pranav, it is called abhyantar vritti pranayam. To stop breathing with ease whenever and wherever one wishes is called Stamba Vritti Pranayam, or to complete Purak with 4 pranav and Rechak with 8, and to stop the breath without fatigue or danger is Stamba Vritti Pranayam. When Kumbhak is freed from Bahya and Abhyantar, it is called Bahya Abhyantar Vishyapekshi. It is popularly known as Chaturtha Pranayam. It is the 4th pranayam. In it, the mind is freed both from outer and inner feelings. When those feelings and experiences are ignored, a natural obstacle to flow of life arises. In others, mind is controlled by controlling breathing, but in it, mind and senses are controlled to control the breathing or life force. There is no designated place or fixed time to stop the life force. What do we get from pranayam? Along with so many other things, we get 2 great things from pranayam. When it is perfected, the cover over Gyan and Vivek is taken off and gives inner strength and stability. What is pratyahar? When the senses are confined in mind without their natural trait and effect, it is known as pratyahar. It is the state when there is no feeling, no knowledge, not even that of Brahman. In whatsoever way the senses are completely controlled, the pratyahar is in effect. What are the inner limbs of yoga? The 5 limbs, yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, and pratyahar, are called the bahirang sadhan, the outer limbs of yoga. The last 3, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi, are called the antarang sadhan, the inner limbs of yoga. What is dharana? Dharana is to concentrate the mind completely at a particular place, rather at a point. It is totally binding and making the mind still, but it is neither stillness nor death. To collect every bit of consciousness at a particular point. What is dhyan? It is dharana that makes dhyan and samadhi possible. The flow of total concentration as a current towards the point of dharana is called dhyan. There is no distraction, and the conscience gets no other outlet for flow. What is samadhi? When dhyan and dharana are complete and only the aim remains in existence, the rest of everything loses existence. It is called samadhi. It is complete absorption into the conceptual aim. When such samadhi avastha is achieved in a concrete thing, it is called nivitarka samadhi. But when it is in some abstract idea, it is called nirvichar samadhi. That's all for today, guys. Peace be upon you.